What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the In the Round podcast. Today, a very special episode. It's your boy, Matt Burrill, by the way, in case y'all don't know who I am, new to the program. We got Sweet Boy behind the camera. Shout out Whale Tail Media, Saxman Studios, our boy Mitch Wallace with the Digital Marketing Agency, and, of course, Pickle Jar Live. We have got a great episode today. Joined by a guy that I met in the studio with our Big Brother podcast, the DM Monday podcast with Trey Lewis. I originally met this dude through our mutual good brother, Money Matt, still Matthews, Matt Wallace. He's got so many damn names. So many names. But it's my boy Atlus. Dude, we've gotten to hang quite a bit since doing that podcast. Red Door.
Whenever I go out, you're there, dude. You're always on the scene.
You have to be. That's how you meet people.
I rarely go out.
Dude, there was that one night. We were at Red Door. Sweet Boy was there. Sweet Boy was on the other side. He was critter crawling, as we like to say. He was
critter crawling. What does critter crawling mean?
That's when you're out there looking for something.
Critter crawling.
Like you're on the prowl. You're on the prowl. You're looking for
some
critters.
Hunting.
You're hunting for some critters at Red Door.
For some critters.
It's like
critters sounds very low bar. Is that like 4 to 1s or like?
No, it's all levels. It's all levels. There's high quality.
There can be a 10 out of 10 critter.
Oh, absolutely. Look at the shitter on that critter. You know.
If I was going to hit on a critter, it'd be on the shitter, for sure. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
I like to actually FaceTime on the shitter pretty consistently.
Are you?
I'm a only accept a FaceTime while I'm on the toilet kind of dude.
That's where you do business. Like my older cousin used to call it the office. He used to call it his office. He'd handle all of his business calls, any of his meetings he just did while in the shitter. Yeah. Nobody bothers you. So you can get all there before do business while doing business.
You can always get off the phone quicker. They're like, "Are you shitting?" I'm like, "Look, I'm a busy man. This is the time.
It's all the time I got for you, man.
Are you uncomfortable looking at me while I'm on the shitter? Because stop being weird. It should not be that weird."
But that night at Red Door, we were hanging out. It was I saw you and Bayless sitting on the patio, and
yeah.
I'm from New York, so I've been to Long Island. I've never seen so many Long Island iced teas get consumed.
Dude,
you just love Long Islands. You're a goddamn tank.
They just get you there. You know what I mean? Like I need to start every bar thing off with downing a Long Island or 2, and then we can just start.
Have you found the best
casually.
Have you found your favorite Long Island in Nashville? Is it Red Door? Because Red Door, they just make the drinks.
I don't know. There's a place called Lucky's.
Oh, dude, Lucky's.
And I don't think it's the Lucky's you're thinking of. I think it's off Donald's. It's off Donaldson.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, and it's
out near
yeah, it's by this gas station that always has construction going on. There's maybe 20 people there, which I like those bars because I like to get drinks.
Yeah, Red Door can be tough getting a drink.
I hate it. That's the weirdest thing about Nashville. Is I can't get a fucking drink on a Tuesday because it's lit every day if you go on Broadway. So I got to find some weird little bar no one goes to that has a bathroom with no lights, shit everywhere around the toilet.
Do you go to Broadway?
I've been there twice, maybe.
I was gonna say, I used to work down there, so for me, it's I get PTSD. I did security down there at the front door at Dirk Bentley's bar for about a year, and I saw all kinds of shit.
Oh no,
it was horrifying. It was a lot. I mean, but Broadway's part of the Nashville experience, but Midtown can be a lot too. You go to Red Door, you go to Live Oak, you go to Tin Roof.
I like East.
You like East? That's your vibe. That makes sense. Yeah. You are an East kind of guy.
I love East.
I
love ghetto areas.
Hey,
I'm just a fan.
By the way, we were out in Denver over the weekend. Your home neck of the woods. This past weekend, we were out there with Trey, and we went into one of the dispos. I've definitely made my rounds at the dispos out there. We went to one. It's called the Lodge, and there was a guy in there, and he was talking about rap music and the Colorado music scene. I was like, "Yo, my boy Atlus is from out here." And when I said that, he knew who you were and shit, dude. Dang, hometown famous.
The Lounge.
The Lodge.
The Lodge.
The Lodge.
The Lodge.
A dispensary out there. Some guy, I think his name was Mike. And but he was like, "Yo, that's Sean, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
They knew my name.
Yeah.
So I went to high school with him, man.
Maybe, bro. And it was just at a dispensary, bro. Colorado shit. Did you do a lot of music stuff out there? Were you doing shows and stuff out there? Or not really. It was just
I just did my first tour. It's all internet based. I did a lot of shows in a band called Riverdale Road, but we had no internet presence. So
it was just local stuff in Colorado?
Yeah, it's just local Denver shows like the Roxy. We would sell 30, 40 tickets, but we would just force all of our friends to go. But we never had stuff on the internet, so no one never knew it. And we would play every 2 weeks. And at some point, our friends were like, "Look, dude, I love you guys, but we can't just keep going to a show every 2 weeks.
What kind of music was it? Was it like rock stuff or was it like rap?
It was like metal. It was like, I would say metalcore.
Were you screaming?
I couldn't scream. I wish it was like metalcore, but for pussies. Like, because I couldn't scream. I tried to scream and I just didn't have to scream.
Is it like the?
But I wanted to.
Is it like those angsty song titles, like those kind of cringy metal song titles?
I don't even remember the names of the songs. To be honest, I don't.
This is a whole different chapter of your life.
Yeah, that chapter's over. I've deleted it. It's gone.
So how do you go from that to Atlus?
Yeah, I wanted to go solo. I wanted to stop doing shows, and I wanted to put stuff on the internet. And so I was like, okay, let me put out this album. I recorded an album. I put out an album of 15 songs called My World. I had 50 followers. Just threw it out there. I didn't try to promote or nothing. And then I was like, okay, now my way of promoting is do covers. So I did weekly covers. And I would just try to predict what the next big song would be.
Well, you did one of Jelly's. You did Save Me.
Yeah, when I heard...
And your version of that's pretty fucking good.
You like that one? That's how
dude,
Jelly, I think, found...
I literally listen, like, on my Spotify. It's like fucking... Like,
I forgot that I put that on Spotify.
Like, You're My God. Like, I just found this playlist today. You have an official Spotify playlist. Like, this is Atlus. And it's like all of your catalog, like a Spotify. Like,
thank you, Spotify.
You're important enough for Spotify, or you have a good enough team behind you that's doing this shit without you even knowing. But it's like your whole catalog is in here, bro.
It's really funny because I had to make my own playlist before Spotify gave me one.
Yeah.
And then my own playlist started doing really good. And then Spotify was like, oh, we should jump on this. Because I made like an Atlus official playlist, started pinning it to the top.
So you've just been putting out singles in the last like year, right?
Every 28 days. I've been putting out singles for like 4 years. Just every
but
like
just
month.
recent. But is there are you guys working on like a project, or is it just throwing singles out there in the universe?
Just if I like a song, I'll put it out. I don't know. I just don't like. I've always hated the idea of waiting on music. I'm impatient as fuck.
Yeah,
and I feel like I've created a fan base that probably is a little impatient because I always feed them. So I'm scared to stop feeding them. I just want to keep them fed. I mean, they love the music, so I just want to keep giving them the music.
Where'd you go on tour? Where were the shows at? If you can remember.
Yeah. The first one was Nashville. Then we went
at the end, right?
At the end. Then we went to Atlanta, the Vinyl.
Yeah.
Atlanta was crazy.
Well, you're such like a fan and like a student of rap and lyricism, and Atlanta is such a big part of that. I feel like Atlanta would be a good market for you.
Yeah, Atlanta was pretty good. I mean, the main thing was Tennessee was undefeated, and they just played the Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh.
Right before the show, everyone was lit as fuck. Like,
which to me is the
there wasn't
Atlas
a sober
crowd.
person in that crowd.
I feel like a sober Atlas crowd isn't the right Atlas crowd. Like, people got to be a little lit, singing "Oh No" at the top of their lungs.
They got me so drunk because I just kept accepting drinks on stage.
Oh,
that's
a dangerous game to play, dude.
It's becoming my thing. I think
really?
I enjoy it though, but I was like, but they always bring me a shot, and I'm like, I can't drink alone, and they're like, we'll drink with you, and they're all just taking shots with 180 people. It's so fun. And then they just keep bringing me drinks, and they keep drinking with me. I mean, the bar must have loved me because there were so many drinks.
You'll definitely come back.
But no, Atlanta was crazy. They were loud, and they weren't even my biggest crowd.
Where was the biggest crowd?
I think Denver.
Oh, that makes sense. Where was the Denver show at?
Denver was the marquee. I think we had 500 people there.
Dude, that's big.
And we sold out a month and a half before the show. So I wonder what it could have been. I'm excited to go back for the next Denver show.
Being in a band where you were doing live shows, like I had your own stuff, but you guys were doing like covers, and like you weren't telling the world about it on the internet, to now you're pre-selling out your hometown. And
I've never done a show in.
Yeah, it has to be like a full circle kind of thing, dog. Like, that has to feel really cool.
Yeah, I think I always just thought that, like, I didn't want to just play shows for random people. It's just so much. It's so special when people are singing back to you.
Yeah.
Like, that. You're a fucking bitch. Hope you know that shit.
Oh, it's an anthem for a lot of people.
Hearing 500 people sing that shit at you is so fun.
And then what do you have on?
Just screaming.
Do you have a band on stage with you, or is it like a guy? Is it like a DJ? You got like a hype man? Like, what's the
I got a guitarist and I have a drummer. So it's just like a 3-man band. And
you're just up there singing, no instrument in your hand, just with the mic, just getting after it.
Crushing it, dude. Like, just enjoying it.
What do you wear? What's like your stage attire? Just like, do you wear like funny t-shirts? I could see you wearing like.
I was wearing just Himleys, or like, I was wearing pretty like just like I'm just throwing on a shirt. And sometimes I'd wear the Crocs. Sometimes I'd wear boots.
Oh, did you wear Crocs on stage?
Yeah.
Let's go.
For a couple of them. Sometimes I wore boots. Just depend on the night.
Fuck
how
yeah.
I was feeling. If I was feeling like Minnesota and Chicago, I almost lost my voice, so I was feeling like crap. I got sick.
Yeah, because with your vocal style and stuff, you're belting that shit. Like my heart hurts. Like you're yelling a lot of your shit.
What was the
out.
one? Thief. Thief was so hard, and so was Southern Comfort.
Yeah,
that song's super hard to sing live. So I had to like, for Chicago, I felt terrible. I had to take my really loud like belty notes at the end, and then go like an octave down. And it was like the first time no one cheered when I ended the song. I was like, no, no.
I'm sorry, guys.
I was like, I wish my voice was here.
Where in Chicago did you play? Do you remember? Because Chicago's a dope city, dude.
Dude, it was like,
I like Chicago a lot.
it was definitely the cleanest venue I've been to.
Really?
And like the promoter was amazing. Like he like had everything. Like when you're an artist, you get this list of stuff that you want.
I'm curious what's on the Atlas.
He gave me
ride.
that and like double what I asked for. He gave me like 30 towels for my sweating. I was like, this is incredible.
And then you're just good on towels for when nobody else gives you towels.
Joe's live.
Oh, you did Joe's live?
Yeah, Joe's live. That venue was amazing. That venue was
So
incredible.
I've been to Joe's on Weed. Ed Worm is the guy that runs a lot of that stuff. He runs the Windy City Smokeout as well. It's like the big festival up there. Chicago is a great market for just music in general. We see it a lot on the countryside, but on the rock and like hip hop side too, and even electronic, literally anything. Chicago fucks with you, and they're great. What's on the Atlas Rider? What are you in the boys?
It's not a
have on
lot.
there?
It's just a lot of tequila. I think it's like 3 balls of Casamigos. And then, well, okay, someone put Caesar salad dressing. I don't know who put that. I did not put that.
And it's just stayed on there?
But Joe's is the first to actually go get it. I was like, oh, there's Caesar salad dressing. I don't know what to do with
But
this.
there's no salad.
There's no salad. No, there's just Caesar salad dressing. But they actually fed us. So
Do you get that deep dish out there?
yeah, the pizza.
Dude,
It's
it's like a lasagna, but it's
oh,
pizza.
It hurts me now. I'm too old for that shit. I used to love deep
How old
dish.
are you now?
I just turned 30.
Okay, so we're about the
So-
same age. I just turned 28 recently, so.
I can't do them anymore. Pizza just
What
kills me.
is that the thing you miss eating the most with old age? 'Cause I feel like Trey gets that acid reflux shit a lot.
Yeah,
he's like,
that's-
I can't
that's
eat,
where I'm at.
He's like, I can't eat that shit anymore. Like, I get it sometimes too, but
I have to go with like thin pizzas now, or like low marinara sauce. Makes me sad because I know it's not as good.
yeah.
But
At least you're not like having to be gluten free and shit. I feel like that would kill you. Not eating gluten.
technically, I'm allergic,
You are?
but I just can't commit to.
I feel like you
ever
like
getting-
pasta and shit. Like you'd be down for a pasta dinner.
I'm like I have a gluten allergy, but I don't care. I'm ready to die for my
like
vices.
Biggie, ready to die.
I'm ready to die for my food.
Tagada said hi. Yeah, we were talking when we were at Red Door that night, the night of the Long Islands and hanging out with Bayless and all that, about how you love your love of just hip hop and rap, like your love of music before you even got started with doing this thing, man. And for you, like looking back, like because growing up in Colorado, like I grew up in New York, like we had our own New York scene. You had like when I was growing up as a kid, you had Big Pun, you had Fat Joe, you had the Terror Squad guys. It was like the end of the Biggie era, the beginning of the Jiggy era with fucking Jay-Z, and then you had like DMX and all that.
Y'all
Coming
had some
from-
iconic shit.
We had, because it's New York, bro. It's where the shit started. So coming from Colorado, like what music are you like exposed to, and like how do you get into the scene? Or is a lot of it like jumping on fucking MySpace and YouTube and Pandora and shit like that?
I feel like Colorado's very underground. Like Tech Nine, Hobson. If it comes to rap, it's like very like not mainstream. But in terms of people that have like inspired me, like the bands that I feel have made, I think One Republic. I think Ryan Tedder's from Colorado.
Yeah.
One
One of the greatest writers of all time.
Yeah,
He's written so many other hits
dude, he
aside
is-
from his One Republic project.
Dude, yeah, Ryan Tedder's goated. And then there's The Fray, which was like my favorite band.
Where
growing up.
did I go wrong? I lost a friend.
Perform that at every show.
You do?
Yeah. 'Cause
That's in
like,
the cover. That's in the. Do you have like a covers medley, or do you just
Yeah,
like
I just throw that one out there.
just throw that one out there?
Because I just like The Fray. I think The Fray was the first band that did like really soft ballady music about heartbreak and stuff like that. That from Colorado made it. So for me, it's like, they're just like, they're iconic for me. Like
Yeah.
they've inspired me so much as an artist
Yeah,
that like I just had to cover The Fray.
that's cool. But like, what hip hop? What are you talking about? Like Tech Nine?
So
but,
hip-hop,
like, what
yeah,
hip-hop
yeah.
are you bumping?
Hip hop.
Or rap, even.
I mean,
or
it's-
even rap, because rap and hip hop get like they kind of get it
I
categorized
love
as the same thing, but they're different.
I love Drake. Like I'm obsessed with Drake. Take Care album. I had a little B.O.B. phase. There was Strange
Yeah.
Clouds, Adventures of Bobby Ray. Hobson was a pretty big way for me. The Ill Minds were just sick.
Yeah.
Trying to think,
because like your music, man, it like you have this like rock, like
NF though.
NF, it to me is just the best, and the fact that he's a clean rapper.
He's become like my favorite artist. It's not even like rapper anymore.
Are just ridiculous. Well, who's the guy that sings on "This Is War" with you?
My boy Luke, gone. He's so.
He
good.
reminds me of that kind of, and he has that similar kind of flow. But it's like his own like spin on it. Like this is war to me. Like if you're trying to get hype before like a football game or something. Like if I'm in high school, like if that song had come out when I was still in high school and like before a football game, like I'm in the weight room in the off season. That's a song I'm listening. That's a song I'm listening to, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That shit hits hard.
I remember Luke called me and we were doing the album together. We did an album called Waves, and he's like, "I have this song. What do you think?" And it was that verse. I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Dude, how the fuck? How's that even possible, dude?" He's like, I was thinking about sending it off to Tech Nine, and we got in contact with Tech Nine, and when Tech heard it, he was like, "Oh shit!" And then Tech, I guess, told Luke, he's like, "Bro, I had to rewrite this 3 times. I had to rewrite my part." And he's like, "Wow, I haven't been pushed to these limits in a long time."
Yeah.
And so it was like, I remember Luke calling me and just being like, "Dude."
And that's real shit in that song, bro. Yeah. Like that was talking about a lot of the shit that was going on at the time.
Yeah, they're just going, dude. I feel like I was like the worst person on that track.
No,
dude. I was like,
but at the same time, it's gone and fucking Tech.
Because initially, it's like we typically like you do like a hook, a verse, a hook, verse, and then end it on the hook. And so we had a hook in between me, Luke, and Tech, and we were listening to it, and I was like, dude, we have to take that hook out and just go straight to Tech rapping. There's just like, I just like kill the vibe, dude. You just had like the fastest rap of all time, and then all of a sudden, this is war.
But what makes it great is it has that fucking swell. Yeah. It makes your part hit more coming behind Luke, and then
sure.
And then it makes Tech's part hit even harder coming out of the hook, bro.
But it's like, yeah, no, that song is crazy. Luke is amazing. I think he's like. For me, he's one of my favorite rappers ever, which is like, he hasn't got got what he deserves yet.
Is he still in Colorado? He's in LA or where's he
He's from Chicago.
Oh, he's from Chicago. Mm-hmm. So is he still living up there?
Yeah, he's still living there.
So we got to get him down to Nashville. I'd like to, for real, like that whole Waves record. I've listened to it so many times.
Really?
Dude, like I bump your shit a lot, dude.
We wrote that Waves album in his basement, and we recorded it there. We were just like 2 weeks, because we had a deal on the table, and then we were like, but we wanted it to be quick. We wanted to be in and out.
Yeah. But like you guys talk about like a lot of real shit in there. Like it's really like your music isn't just like even like you're a fucking bitch. Everybody's like, oh, like this song, like when they see the title, but like you talk about like the real shit, like what it's like to be cheated on, what it's like for this, like shit that you and Luke went through, you guys covered on that record. Like that's some deep stuff. That's not easy to get into.
I think when you come from the underground, it's like a thing where you have to talk about like your real life.
Yeah.
There's no like, and most of the time it's like when you come from the underground, you have to write everything yourself. So everything early in my career, I wrote by myself. So it's like it had to come from me. There was no like.
So my favorite song of yours it's become like an anthem, and we have the term that we joke around with. We call it the hoss cat, like being a hoss cat, like a dude that doesn't give a dude that doesn't give a fuck, like just a confident motherfucker. Like this is me, take it if you want. Where's that bottle at? Like I'm doing this. I'm doing like good, like a dude that's just got like this presence. Oh no, to me is that song that personified as a song. So that song, like. What you talk about, like real life experience? What was that about? Like, where were you in your life when you're writing a song like "Oh No"? Because I bump that probably at least like multiple times a week. Like that's a frequent in the playlist shit, bro.
I feel like "Oh No" is just like trying relationships out and feeling like get in a stage of my life where I'm just like I don't care about a relationship. I just wanted, and me becoming more selfish as I get older. Like, I don't want to go out with people that I don't like that much, and I don't want to go do these things. I want to go home and I want to be in my jammies and I want to watch TV, and then I maybe want to hang out with you for an hour. But when I'm done, I want to send you home in an Uber.
Yeah,
I think that like I went through a stage in my life where it was just like I was grinding my career, but it was mostly like I just tired of doing shit I don't want to do anymore.
And that's what that song.
Yeah, it's just like
it's about.
I'll take beer. I'll just take the things I love. I don't really need.
And that beat on that song, dude. Love it. I absolutely fucking love that song. Like I've had friends, like there's obviously like in town. I'm sure you're aware of it. People know that you're in town now, and like your name's gotten out there within the Nashville, the different like industry people and stuff. And like today we had a buddy on like an earlier podcast, and we were just going back and forth like, have you heard of this guy? Have you heard of this guy? I was like, yo, have you heard of my boy Atlas? Like, no, I know that name. I never heard of him. I played him. Oh no. He's like, oh, I fuck with that shit.
He's like, I fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
I feel like I have that, like, people know the songs but don't know me.
Yeah, and I think
or it's kind of like, you're a fucking bitch guy.
Part of that is you don't live here full time, even though you've pretty much been here like full time.
Well, when I'm here, I'm just in the house working.
You're grinding. Yeah, you're working on your craft, and that's how you're able to put out a single every 28 weeks.
If anything, I want to like...
Or every 28 days. 28 days.
I low-key want to put one out every 14 days.
You want to be a SoundCloud rapper.
I just want to push it out, dude.
Do like what Russ did back in the day.
What was it, once a week, Russ?
Yeah, dude.
I mean... Well, Russ is like a huge inspiration for me. I mean, the dude makes like $1 million a month off of his catalog, just the streaming.
Yeah.
So it's like he might not be the most famous guy, but he's making more money than the famous people.
And he sells tickets to his shows.
Yeah, sells out arenas.
Yeah.
So and he did it. Well, he had the machine for a bit, but he was smart. He knew when to sign. Like, and he got it for the right deal.
So for you, are you like it's like for now? This is because Your Fucking Bitch came out when? That was what? That was like 21, 22?
20. Yeah,
was that 2020? Oh, so that was during COVID.
It was like October. Yeah, okay. During COVID.
Right around when Dick Down in Dallas came out.
Yeah, COVID was the worst time for many people. It was like it was the start of my life.
Same with me, bro. Honestly, with what I'm doing now, I always say from like June of 2020 on, that was when my round really took off. That was when I met Trey. That was when like a lot of stars. I found the people that I'd been needing to meet. Like I've been in Nashville already for like 2 years, but I've met the people that are like my crew and like the team that I like have around me as like friends through 2020, through COVID, through playing fucking pickup kickball, bro.
Pickup kickball.
That's how I met. That's how I met Trey, playing kickball. And now we're boys, and I've been able to be a part of this wild ride. But now, so that song comes out 2020, and now fast forward, and you've got people like hitting you up, and you're selling tickets, you've got fans, you've got a solid YouTube following, you've got the TikTok thing going, you've got all this shit going. Like, what's it like now? You look back, like 2023, you're doing this, doing that. You're in Nashville on business, recording music in a state-of-the-art studio with state-of-the-art producers, with guys that have the power to help advance your career, that believe in you, in you for you.
It's surreal, man. It's weird. It's a weird feeling because for a while there, I'm just in Colorado. I was grinding 2 full-time jobs. Driving. And just like, because studio time's expensive. Buying beats are expensive, especially when you're no one. No one's giving you like a percentage deal. They're like, you need to buy this upright. And plus you don't want a percentage deal anyway in the long run. If you really believe in yourself, you'd rather buy stuff outright, I feel like. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy now that, I just had the song pop off. Things just kept going. I kept releasing.
You've had multiple songs like doing well. It's not just that one. Like Oh No's over 16 million on Spotify. And then you got to factor
almost 20 now.
So is that 20? That
thing is moving. It's just hit 19.
It's It's updated from that fucking much.
It's up 3 million from the last time you looked at it. It's weird, man.
Fill Up My Cup over 6. I mean, even Roses that you just put out is almost at 1 million.
Yeah, every song we're dropping hits 1 million, which is like insane to me. Like, and I remember there used to be a time where I was like on YouTube, and I told my buddy who was like shooting all my videos for free for like 3 years, just grinding these covers, and I was like, imagine if we ever got 1,000 views in the first day. You know what I mean? And now if I don't get that in the first hour, it flopped. Yeah. So it's like it's crazy how it happens, and all I can do is just keep working and putting shit out. Because I know on an independent scale, I'm not going to get like vlogs or magazines or any of that. So I have to keep my foot on the pedal. I have to keep releasing music.
That's part of the reason I wanted you to come on. I know we did the DM Monday episode, and that was awesome. And I've had friends be like, "Dude, I love that pod that Trey and you guys did with Atlas." And I'm like, "Well, I've gotten to know you better now too, man. Like, we don't get to hang out a lot because we're both so fucking busy." But I was like, I want to get this guy on here and fucking shoot the shit.
When we were drunk at Red Door, I showed you like 10 songs we worked on. I think.
Yeah,
I was just showing you. We wrote like 12 bangers in 10 days.
Yeah, which is unheard of. Sometimes motherfuckers need like 3 days to finish one song.
Oh, dude.
You're knocking out a dozen in a week. A little bit over a week.
Just locking ourselves in. Well, it's easy when you have like really good producers.
Yeah, what's working with Bayless like, because he's in the he's kind of like you, where he gets lumped into Nashville as it's the country community, but he's not a country guy.
He's not a typical country.
He's a rock guy that likes beats, that likes art, that likes shit that's heavy, that makes you feel something. That's what when I see the Bayless verse, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That song makes me feel something.
Yeah.
That song's heavy. Whether it's like the co-cuts or it's the stuff that he's doing with LeJon, or the stuff he's doing with you, or the stuff he's done with stuff, the stuff he's done with Matt and Jelly, and like just that whole like collective that's over there. Like you can tell like when it's like a Bayless imprint. I think it's such a match made in heaven. You two working together, man.
Oh yeah, we did a lot of good ones. Like a couple when I was here last month. He's just like he'll just start playing some shit, and then like 45 minutes there's an instrumental, like, and he just starts fucking doing his shit. Just focuses in.
Mad scientist.
Oh, he's incredible, and he just pulls up like a guitar, just starts playing some riff, and then he'll just look at me, and then if the second that I look over, because I'll just be like I'll listen, but if I'm disinterested, I'm disinterested. He'll play like one little thing, and then he'll just be like, starts recording it, starts fucking like adding shit to it. I also love that he like. I love trap beats.
Yeah.
I like the one thing. My favorite thing about hip hop is the drums and the 808s. So like, no matter, he'll play like a country lick type guitar, and then we'll just turn it into a hip hop song, because that like he already knows the style that I like.
Yeah.
He's always like, oh, we need some trap shit for Atlus. I'm like, fuck it.
That's my guy. Yeah. Has recording in Nashville been a different process for you than recording back home?
Well, it depends. I still record vocals back home.
Okay.
I still have my engineer I've been with since day one.
Yeah, who knows how to get your voice
we've been working together for like 6-7 years.
Yeah, loyalty is an important thing.
Yeah, I think that like loyalty is the most important thing. Like I still have the same. I have a new team now here in Nashville, but I still have the same old team from Colorado.
And they work well. And they work together.
Yeah.
Which is a huge thing.
And they helped me get here, you know. So like the people have to help me get here would be scummy. So it's like
it would be.
So I just want to keep the same crew and just add people.
Which side of the team's idea was it? It might have just been your fucking idea to do those promos that you did with like that little girl. And you guys going up and Christmas caroling, and you going to knocking on the girls.
Yeah, that's me and my content team back in Colorado.
Dude, that shit was that had me dying. That had me dying. That little girl singing, like you singing for the little girl, and like here's the button.
Yeah. my buddy Andrew, he's funny as fuck, and he's always wanted to be a comedy writer. So like we just write skits out and stuff, and then that's how we figured out the whole like. Because there's like a huge thing going on where like an engineer, you're your own engineer, and that's how you promote your music. And I was like, how do I do it to where I'm not like stealing people's stuff?
Yeah.
And my mom I was like, oh, what if there's like a little kid that's just shit talking me because she's like the best engineer and I fucking suck. And then I go in there and just sing shitty on purpose. Yeah. And then she fucking hits the button. We didn't give a shit. I just singing like an idiot. And then she like hits a button and then it just comes in the regular.
And she's like popping on.
And she's like, I was like, you're really good. Yeah, I know. Duh. You know, like she's just like saying some crazy shit.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome, man. Are you doing festivals and shit this year? Or like what's on tap for shows and stuff?
I have 2 festivals. We haven't really got locked down. We have like an idea of the shows.
You with an agency?
I got a bunch of stuff. I'm with UTA.
With UTA? Okay. Makes sense. That's a good spot.
So we have a lot of like shows on hold right now. Like we just have to get them cleared. Yeah. But definitely going to be touring more this year. I was scared of touring, but it was incredible.
Yeah.
No, I just want to do it.
What were you scared of?
I don't know. I just never I've never done it. You know, I didn't know what I would do in terms of like banter or stuff like that. Like I know that like the best part of a show is like when there's the talking in between and the just saying like crazy shit.
What kind of shit were you saying?
I feel like I ended up doing a pretty good job. I just started trying to talk about me and like experiences with me. I got lucky that like I got to go on tour with Jelly as a driver and just watch how he does live shows and just kind of learn from that.
Oh, you were driving?
Yeah, I was driving. I was driving Matt around because Matt was opening.
So that was Matt's way of getting you. Yeah, that was your guys' way of getting.
I was like to get me comfortable with the going live. That right there helped tremendously, and then I just started realizing like the people that are there, they're not like looking for me to screw up and call me out. They love me. They're like my fans. So it's like
they're paying money to see you.
Yeah. At some point, the Atlanta show, we would just be like, all right, well, hold on, let's drink first. Like, it was just like, they brought up, I think I had 5 shots and 3 beers in like 40 minutes on stage. Because I meet everyone. I try to meet everyone. I met everyone.
You do the meet and greet after?
I did it before and after.
Oh, so you're out in the crowd before like going up and people are taking.
And they were like, let's take a shot. And I was like, I'll bring it on stage. Bring it to me on stage.
And you're like,
and then they would do it. I was like, oh.
You got merch and stuff?
Yeah.
What does the Atlus merch look like? Because I feel like you can do all kinds of crazy shit.
We have the You're a Fucking Bitch t-shirts.
Ooh.
Which is interesting because depending on the city, I think like when it's like a classy city, they're like, we love that song, but it's kind of like they don't want to tell people they love that song. Like they don't want to wear that shirt.
But then
around.
meanwhile, they're at the show singing every word.
Yeah, every fucking word. Yeah. You know? It's like a guilty pleasure. It's like porn. that's what your fucking bitch is like. It's that shit you don't tell your mama. You know what I mean?
Is that right, McElwain? Would you tell your mom? You want to tell your mom about that?
Would you send your fucking bitch up and know that shit to your grandma?
Did you send that to me, Mom?
Probably not. But we also, probably not. But I mean, we also we got a little leeway with Dick Down in Dallas.
He was.
That's true.
We're out
That's
with
true.
Dick Down in Dallas every
This
weekend.
is the Dick Down in Dallas crowd.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah. So like festival and stuff. Have you done? I'm trying to think like what, because like I feel like there's so many like with you. You're not in the country. Like you can get thrown, you can get thrown into it, but to me, it's like I see you on like the Lollapaloozas and like the rock stuff and the pop stuff.
I would love to do pop. Pop is probably my favorite style of music, but I keep getting thrown into country. I think
just because of association.
I think it's just like, the raspy voice. Yeah. It's not typically like a pop thing, I guess.
But I think that's what causes the crossover of where. Like rock fans or country fans are gonna fuck with you. Rock fans are gonna fuck with you, and then the beats and the lyricism is undeniable for the pop stuff. Like,
yeah, I would love to do pop. Plank, which is one of my favorite songs, that will be coming out. I think March 24th.
What could a song like Plank be about? Is that like the piece of wood from Ed, Ed and Eddie?
It's like walking off the. That's pretty. I might use that as a way to promote it.
Dude, let's do it. I'm down.
Let's do Ed, Ed and Eddie skit. Love it. No, but it's like walking the plank. It's like you're walking off into the ocean. You're like it's like lifelong love walking off that plank. So it's like I know this is bad for me, but fuck it, I'm just jumping in. Because sometimes you meet someone that's so special that you're just like, even if it's toxic, you're like, I just have to fucking jump in.
Also, this is not a breakup song. This is a I met somebody kind of song, and I'm just going for it.
It's kind of like I feel like this one's more of like a relapse type song, you know, where you go back somewhere you probably shouldn't.
Oh, like you fuck your ex or something.
Yeah, type of shit.
Like that kind of thing.
We're like, fuck, I could never get rid of that fucking feeling for that person or something.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Dope song.
Is that the one you just went down to the video for?
Yeah. I went and shot a video with my buddy Mike Bussey at the Sausage Castle.
At the Sausage Castle?
I love the name,
Sausage Castle in Florida. How does one get linked up with Mike Bussey and get invited to the Sausage Castle? Like, how did that kind of come to be?
Yeah, I think Mike loves my music, and then Mike reached out to me one day, and I saw it, and I didn't know who Mike was yet. I read his bio, and it's like, owner of the Sausage Castle, and I just laughed like reading the bio. I was like, "What the sausage?" And so I think as a joke, I was like, "Hey, when do I get to invite to the Sausage Castle?" He's like, "Open to you whenever, bro." And I was like, "What?" And so we've been talking for a while, but he really wanted to shoot a video, and so I just been sending him songs, and so eventually, he found one. He was like, "Oh, I love this." He loved Hero.
I like Hero.
He loved Hero. He wanted to shoot Hero, but the music video was already out by the time he heard it. So I've been letting him hear like the unreleased stuff and like being like, if there's anything you want to shoot a video on, and I was telling you, I was like, I think this song Plank is crazy. And then he called me that night and he was like, I have some crazy fucking ideas. You want to run a car into a lake? And I was like, what? He's like, we can drive a car into a fucking lake. And I was like, fuck yeah. I mean, what do we got to do? And it was like, but I had like a week to get it prepared. So the last week, Mike was crushed and just stressed and trying to get all the stuff. And I was still here writing. And then I drove down there to Orlando. But like, we got everything ready in like a week. We had to get like a wedding dress, a venue ready, a wedding venue. We had to get a car to crash into a lake.
Did that feel weird coming from where you come from, just buying a car to destroy?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Like
that car is worth more than the car that I drive. The car that crashed in the lake. But that being said, my car is like a PT Cruiser, and I bought it for $500.
You drive a PT Cruiser?
Yeah, and I bought it for $500 like 5 years ago, and I just keep driving it.
Fuck yeah, dude!
Because it's like gets me from A to B.
What color is it?
Oh, it's shitty, dude. It looks like it's like a silver rusted, just rusted around, and then it's got these really lame purple flames. It looks awful,
bro.
It looks awful.
But dude, to me, that's a fucking Hoscat thing. To drive around in a rusted out silver PT Cruiser with purple flames on it.
Yeah. Sometimes people go, "Do you even care about what you drive? You look so stupid in that." And then,
then
I'll like kick my PT Cruiser and dent it just to be like, "I don't care about how this looks."
That's funny, dude. I think I saw you driving a Sprinter van the other day.
I'm about to get one for tour.
Really?
Oh, that is my dream vehicle.
Sprinter van.
The Sprinter van. Well, it just holds so many people.
Yeah.
It gets 20 miles to the gallon.
Which for a van is great.
And it holds like 12 people. Yeah. And it holds cargo.
Diesel, right?
Yeah, diesel.
Yeah.
And it has cruise control, but the cruise control also has it's like the perfect cruise control, because if you come up on somebody, the car itself will slow you down because you can set a perimeter to how far you have to be behind them.
Yeah, you didn't have that with the rigs back in the day.
Yeah, it's the easiest drive. Oh, the rigs are semis are tough, dude. Because if anything, you're going downhill, you can't stop.
So you
just have to like either dodge people or just go into like the lowest gear.
So I did something. I didn't have to drive through it, but I did the. I sat in the jump seat on the bus. We were going out to Grand Junction on I-70 through the mountains, going through like Vail and all that. And there was some snow coming down. And I was like, of course, February in Colorado.
What were you guys driving, the tour bus?
We were in the tour bus, yeah. We were in a bus with Trey. And I was in the front seat, and our bus driver, his name's Dan. We call him Daddy Dan. He's about 5'6", about 250
Daddy
pounds.
Danny, dude.
Daddy Dan. He drove rigs for years. He's just a hoss. He's just... talks very southern broken English from Arkansas. He's on his third wife. Her name's Brenda.
Third wife.
He's got grandkids and great grandkids. He doesn't know how to program a phone. I have to set the GPS up for him, and I have to. I downloaded Spotify on his phone and gave him a playlist. And we put like a lot of like Wheeler Walker Jr., like Booty Man by Tim Wilson, like funny shit. And he's just up there bopping along. But we were going through like those mountains are no fucking joke. I can't. And I was like thinking, I'm like, Atlas used to.
That was my job.
It's like you drove in any weather, like you.
The worst was Grand Junction, because it's not even a high paying one. You drive from Denver to Glenwood Springs. Grand Junction is high paying, but Glenwood is like you drive up Eisenhower, and then if you would always have hazmat. So where you can't go through that tunnel with hazmat.
Yeah.
So I'd have to take a thing called Vail Pass, which was even higher up the mountain. And they never took care of that road. And I remember one time I didn't bring my chains. And I'm just gassing up this road at like 3 miles an hour, sliding back and forth, trying to get up this little hill. Geez. Dude. I remember being like, just like all by myself, like, this is where I died. I'm
gonna lose this load. We're done.
This is. I'm quitting if I make it out of here, and then I never would. But
when was your last shift doing that stuff? Like how long have you been able to do music full time?
I actually kept working at FedEx. I dropped the second job, but I kept working at FedEx over a year after I dropped your fucking bitch.
Really?
Well, because I was in Colorado. I didn't know what to do with my time, and I hate not doing things. So I was like, and I did all my writing while I was driving. So I was like, it was just a way to just do both of them.
To get paid while writing.
Yeah, to get paid while writing. So I was just like, but then once I met Matt and the team down here, and then we started talking about touring, I got UTA and everything, it made sense at that point. Yeah. To like quit, but it just made no sense because I would just like quit, and then I would just play video games and order Uber Eats 4 times a day, and then I just got really fat, and I was like, I gotta go back to work. I did it for like 2 months. I quit for 2 months, and I went right back.
Jeez, what is that initial conversation with Matt Wallis like? Because he's been a guy that's been integral. We've had him on this podcast, and he's been like a guy that's been integral in bringing along a number of different acts out of Nashville that are in country, that are more rock leaning, that are more hip hop leaning, and then a guy like Jelly that's a little bit of everything. Yeah. What was that reach out like?
So initially, Jelly reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I want you to meet my team." Because Jelly's like, "I love your shit. Who are you working with right now?" And I was like, "Yeah, I work at FedEx, and I got a couple buddies that shoot videos for me, and that's it." He's like, "What?" He was like really confused. He's like, "Oh, so you don't have anyone?" And I was like, "Not really in terms of like the business."
Yeah.
So Jelly like invited me out, and then I met Bat through Jelly, and I think that's like Jelly put us together.
Yeah.
And really wanted us to meet, and then we hit it off. Like Matt was like probably the first person that I've tried other managers out, but it was really I just got weird vibes.
Yeah.
Or they would tell me things that I already knew.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Why don't you try this?" And I'm like, "I'm already doing that." So I don't know. Or they would tell me to release less, which automatically makes me.
That's a no for you.
Yeah, for me it's like no.
Yeah, and Matt gets it from him doing the artist thing, and he gets it from the business side. I mean, he's Money Matt. He's been a business manager for a long time, and he gets it all. You know, like he understands it.
He has so many wins. His track record is insane,
and his connections that he has.
His connections are insane. And he just like, I think what makes him so special as a manager is he can produce, he can write. Like he helps write songs with me. He helps produce the songs. He also owns the studio we recorded in.
Yeah.
Like he just reinvests and he never sleeps.
Oh, he's always up.
Yeah, dude, that guy's an insomniac. I remember like the first week I came out and we crushed like 10 songs in 7 days. I wanted to like call it quits at like 12 and we'd be up till 5 a.m. and then right back at it at like 9.
Just business though, like not fucking off. Like you guys are just up, just working. It's all music related.
Well, because I go back to Colorado where it's like, I'll fuck off a little bit back home, you know. But I try but honestly, I'm out shooting content now. So with the amount of songs we're releasing, it's hard to have a day off. But one day it's all going to work out. My goal is at 40, I just have life off. That's like what I want. When I'm 40 years old, I just want to be done with like everything.
Just be chilling.
Yeah, I don't know, get a dog, maybe get married or something.
Get a dog. You have any pets now, or you probably can't?
I keep my life so simple. Like
how simple?
I need everything I need to have no priorities outside of my career.
So that's where you're at right now?
Yeah, just kind of like, I have to like make time. I just don't like to make time for a lot of stuff. Because like my life is just so like, once we start doing this tour, I'm going to be releasing every 28 days with a music video plus daily uploads of TikTok content and like on top with the touring, it's going to be crazy. So I just don't have a lot of time. So I just don't feel like investing it outside of my music at the moment.
Yeah, what's your living situation in Colorado like? Like, what do you have? Is it an apartment?
I live with my mom.
Oh, he's really? Okay.
Yeah, we live in a trailer. The trailer I grew up in.
Oh, no shit.
Still rocking it. But I took over the bills on it now. So I pay her bills. But for 5 years, she paid my bills.
That has to be a good feeling.
The best feeling. Which is why I can't stop. Because that money now supports my mother and like my team and the people I came up with. So it's like, I feel like there's more pressure to keep releasing.
Dude, that is literally like I didn't know all that. That's the fucking success. That's like that's a big
moment for me.
That's a big moment.
Retiring my mom was like always the dream because that's what Atlus is, right? Like Atlus is just this. I used to like. Did I say that on the last podcast?
You might have, but refresh it for.
Yeah. So for me, the name Atlus was when I was a kid. My mom was a single mother that raised 3 kids. My dad, he did a military, and he moved around a lot. And so we ended up being in Colorado away from all family, and then they ended up splitting. And then my mom had us. So she like had to take over all the bills and stuff. And she's just a champion, like working 2 jobs, finding ways to bring people in. Like she would rent out the 2 rooms in the trailer just to help pay. And me, my brother, and my sister, and my mom slept in the same room and shit like that. And so eventually and then I remember I went to school and we did this like project on Greek mythology. It was like a fun little write about your favorite Greek mythology person. And I found Atlas was a giant that holds the world on his shoulders. And it was like, that was my mom. And so my whole dream with the Atlas thing is like, I want to be that for my mom. I want to hold her world. So when I retired her, I officially feel like I became Atlas.
That explains like the album artwork or whatever, where it's like where it's Atlas holding up the world, right?
Yeah, and then the next one, inside on the next album coming out, the world's carrying me finally.
Oh, dude.
I know, I'm pretty excited about it.
That's really fucking cool.
Sick.
That's really fun. Cool. Yeah, I feel like the artwork on all your shit's been really cool. Like
Also, someone I had met in high school, man. He's Jason Neff. Fucking dude, so talented. Like, I couldn't find an art guy to save my life, and then he sent me this. I just saw some of his work, and I was like, holy shit, dude, I never knew you were that fucking talented. And now he's done everything for me. I, like, won't go to anyone else.
That's huge. Yeah, you're changing people's lives that you came up with and that raised
I'm trying,
you.
man.
What are your siblings like? What do they do?
Siblings? My brother is a truck driver.
Okay.
And then my sister passed away a couple months ago. So.
Oh, damn.
But, yeah, my brother's just, we both did the truck driving thing. Because it's like good money, you can always get a job.
It's just what you do. It seems like something like what you do, like Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, like that area.
Yeah, there's just so much work.
There's so much truck driving.
I would say, like, I miss it, though. It sounds weird. Sometimes I wish I could go back to working.
Well, because nobody's it's just you and your
You're just sitting there listening to music. I feel like I listen to less music now.
Well, yeah, because you're making music is work.
But it's like I don't get to listen and enjoy music like I used to, I think. Because I'm never driving, or like when I'm not working, I'm either sleeping or I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing next. So
just constantly going.
So it's rare when I can just sit down and just like listen to music for a couple hours.
What was like a guilty pleasure song in the truck?
I'm trying to think. What were them?
Like it comes on the radio, because I'm imagining you're listening to the radio and a lot of it was
never
all
the radio, dude. I'm a big Spotify playlist guy.
Really? Okay.
Radio is just not for me. Once I found out I can decide what my radio is, I was done with radio.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I could pick the songs that play. Yeah.
But are you like a random thing,
I think,
like a Katy Perry or some like random shit that would be like
for 2 years I would say it was NF.
NF?
Because on the NF is like has so much like his is like motivational.
I feel like that's not like guilty pleasure. Like I'd expect you to listen to.
Well, guilty like something that I'd be embarrassed.
Yeah, like something you're like,
dude. I don't get embarrassed, dude.
I'm not embarrassed, but
I could listen to that song. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, wrapped in plastic. It's fantastic, dude. I'd bump that shit. And just like stare at people and be like, "This shit's hard, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?" I don't give a fuck what people think. I'll play the craziest song. Guilty pleasure, dude. I'm trying to think.
That's a pretty good one right there.
That one's
Barbie Girl's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
I can picture you driving around.
My sister used to listen to that shit so much. Yeah, she would never stop listening to that shit. She had her friends and they would do the dance. But I thought her friends, I was like this 9-year-old, but her friends were so hot to me.
Oh,
so I learned the dance just so I could like dance with them, you know? So I could be dancing with the girls, but they're always just like, he's so cute. I'm like this 9-year-old, they're like 16. I'm like fucking it wasn't going anywhere, but I wanted to believe, you know.
Yeah. How was growing up? Because we had some fun in Colorado, like Denver. We definitely they were very, very welcoming to us. What was it like growing up, the dating scene in fucking Denver, Colorado, and doing all that stuff? Like for you growing up, like what were your lines? Like how's Atlus getting some?
How am I getting some, dude?
Like back in the day, like what's your move? Like were you a DM slider, like a AOL Messenger or any of that stuff?
Dude, I'm pretty bad at meeting people. I'm pretty like I was like always really cool with the people I went to high school with. So occasionally I would hook up with someone from high school. It was always just like it was never like going out and getting laid. Because when I go out, I just want to fucking drink. Yeah, and then like if girls are hitting on me, I'm like, hey, I need to.
You want to drink and hang with the boys?
I just want to, yeah. Or by myself.
What's a hometown bar and where? So are you from? Is it Denver? Or it's just outside of Denver.
It's outside of Denver. I rarely go downtown, but if I go somewhere, it's called Loaded.
Loaded.
And it's like it's what is it? Yeah, it's called Loaded. There's like a $25 cover, but it's just Mexican music, dance music, and I fucking loved it. Oof, you know what I mean?
Oh, you can bust a move.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like Spanish music is the best to dance to, period.
Yeah.
Like those clubs are the only clubs I can go to where I'm not annoyed as hell. There was like I think there's a Dierks Bentley, and they tried to make
Whiskey Row.
Yeah, there was something there that they're like, they have a Dierks Bentley in Colorado now.
Yeah,
and
Denver,
I went there.
Yep.
I fucking hated it.
It's just not your thing.
Well, they tried to make Devil Went Down to Georgia EDM. I was like, what is this? I'm not dancing to Devil Went Down to Georgia. I was like, this song is not made to dance. But then I go to load and it's like, Despacito. You know what I mean? Like, I start like vibing. I'm like, this is it, dude. And then they ended it with like some Selena, which is just like Just
Selena, the Ramon Ayala back in the day. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
That good shit.
That's my favorite bars loaded.
Yeah.
They gave me this Long Island there. Worst thing I ever had.
Oh, just not a good.
They didn't put any tea in it, dude. I didn't see 1 ounce of tea. I was like, holy shit. I was like, oh my. When I watched it pour it was clear. My Long Island was clear. I was like,
whoa.
Gave me 3 of them because I ordered 3 and I regretted it.
Just 3 straight. What's in a Long Island? It's what? It's just iced tea and what?
It's like iced tea, vodka, tequila. I don't know what's all. I think it's like 4 or 5 different liquors.
And iced tea.
And then tea. Like a little bit of tea at the end. People like give you crap for Long Islands, but dude, they fuck you up.
Well, that's just it. If you're going out, you're looking to get drunk. I feel like Long Island and Rumple are like, and Fireball's a popular one.
I would say I drink beer or like a cider because I do love like the Angry Orchards and shit.
Yeah.
Like a beer or a cider, I'll drink that for like fun. Or just a drink because it's like it tastes good.
Yeah.
But I don't drink liquor because it tastes good. It's not what it's like. I want to get fucked up.
It's not what it's there for.
No, it's not what it is. Rumple's is pretty good though.
You like Rumple?
Dude, Bayless got me addicted to that shit.
Bayless is a damn animal.
Well, because it's like, I brush my teeth in the morning. It's almost the same thing to me. I'm like, this is better than most liquor, dude. Take it over Jaeger, dude. Jaeger's weird.
Jaeger is weird.
Dude, Matt. We went to Lucky's, and I made Matt and them drink like 3 Long Islands in 30 minutes with me. Like down 3 Long Islands. And then I was like, oh, let's get one more round of Long Islands before we take off and go somewhere else. Matt goes, no, I got a better idea. He walks up to the bartender, and I don't hear what he's saying. And I just hear the bartender go, when you drink this, you 3 have to fucking leave. And I was like, what did you order us? And it was like, he ordered us something called the good, the bad, and the ugly.
What is
and
that?
so it was wild turkey shot, then a Jaeger shot, and then like a lemon vodka shot.
Jesus.
And you had to take all 3 back to back.
Fuck.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, where'd you guys go after that?
Oh, dude, I think we went to Waffle House. we just started binging, dude.
That checks out.
Waffle House at 4 a.m. is the only time I feel okay being at Waffle House. It feels like iconic. Like if I go to Waffle House during the day, I feel like I just did Waffle House an injustice. Like if I don't show up drunk as fuck,
I feel like you're too nice of a. I feel like you're too nice of a guy to be in Waffle House. You got to be in Waffle. If you're in Waffle House, you got to know how to fight. And like, there's just dumb shit. Like Waffle House is crazy.
Dude, I love Waffle House. Dude, they were ants. That was the funniest shit. We were drunk, and they're just ants on the table. And I just thought, that's Waffle House.
It's just Bug's Life.
I was like,
Bug's Life. Bug's Life was filmed in a Waffle House. That's where that cartoon took place, in a Waffle House.
For some reason, because it was Waffle House, I was so cool with it. I was like, just bring the food. It's fine.
It's just part of it.
This is extra protein, you know.
We're in their world. They were here long before we were.
Yeah. This is their domain.
Did you ever hear about the fucking naked Waffle House shooter that was here about years ago in Antioch? Some dude walked in like bare ass, like full commando with like a fucking. He tried to shoot up the place, and a cop, some guy took him down or whatever.
Did he get anyone? Did he try to?
Yeah, he was trying to. He was naked. He had like an AK or something. He was just bare ass naked going into the Antioch Waffle House. Like crazy shit.
That's the most Antioch shit I ever heard.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. So you've gotten familiar with Antioch, bro. I used to live down there. That was when I lived down there for about a year, off Murfreesboro Pike.
Damn.
Like I'd be outside hitting the bong at night. It'd be gunshots or fireworks. Like, what is that?
I've heard it's cleaned up, right?
It has, but it's definitely still like got its parts. I mean, like any city, I'm sure Denver had some bad parts to it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like in New York, obviously New York, where I'm from, there's bad parts in New York. Have you been up to New York City for a show yet?
Yeah, we did a New York show. That was crazy.
Where was that at?
I'll tell you what, I fuck with the pizza there.
Well, yeah, dude, of course you do.
The New York pizza, dude.
Let's go.
Dude, that shit is fire.
Where was the show?
Fuck.
Next time you go up there, I don't care what I'm doing. I'm flying up to go to that show.
Larimer Lounge? Does that sound?
Mercury Lounge?
Mercury Lounge. There we go.
Dude.
Mercury Lounge.
Did you go to Cat's Deli?
No.
You gotta go to the deli, bro.
I think the only thing I tried to eat like an iconic like hot dog on the street. Awful. They're just boiled in water.
Yeah, dirty water dogs. They change the water out like once a month, maybe.
Oh my god, that
dirty water dogs.
Yeah, it was not good. It was like $5.
Yeah, dude.
And then I hit this pizza joint that was like $1 pizza.
Yeah, the dollar slice. And dude, that's not even like the great stuff. That's just the dollar slices.
I don't know. That stuff's pretty good.
Yeah, but those are just.
That thing had like a line out the door. Everything was fresh.
Those are just the dollar slices. We have one of those on like every corner.
I would say New York's a weird place because like it smells awful.
Oh yeah. Well, what time?
Like
of the year
I could like smell like 15 different things, and I couldn't put a finger on what they were.
What time of the year were you there?
It was like winter. I bet it's worse in the summer.
Oh, dude, in the summer it's horrible.
Because I know at night they just stack trash.
Yeah, because where are you gonna put it?
Yeah, and then they come by and grab it later.
You know where it goes? It goes on a barge. It just gets sent off to God knows where.
New York is a funny place, dude.
Yeah, dude. Cat's Deli, you got to go there. They got the
Deli.
Cat's Deli. It's right by the Mercury Lounge. It's on Houston Street over there. And they have like the big pastrami sandwiches. And like
they're good.
It's like it's like.
I went to Keen's Steakhouse. That place was
that place is good.
They had like their legendary mutton. I've never had mutton steak.
Yeah.
And now I think it's my new favorite thing.
Yeah, where is the Cat's Deli? I'm gonna pull it up. Our viewers obviously can't see it. Cat's Deli, bro. Like, look at this fucking sandwich. Look at that.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you can see that not going on the camera, but Cat's Deli, bro. It's just like the best sandwich. Is like 20.
Things I would do for that sandwich.
It's like a $20 sandwich though, because it's New York City, so it's expensive.
I mean, it looks worth it, dude.
Dude, it's great, dude. And
that thing looks like 10 feet tall.
They make their own fucking look at that. Like that's the window. Look at that guy back there.
Oh.
That dude's just back there swinging at me.
I should have hit you up I was trying to figure out places to eat. I knew Keen's and that was it.
Next time you guys go up there, let me know and I'll fucking if I'm available.
You'll come up?
I'll just fly up there and we'll just do the city, bro.
Dude, fuck yeah.
We'll go to the Village. We'll go to the comedy clubs up there. Like if we have some time, like the Comedy Cellar, like where like Louis C.K., Jerry Seinfeld, like all Adam Sandler, like the whole New York scene came out of like there's the Comedy Cellar, Rodney Dangerfield's place, like all those little spots. Dude, we can go. If you want, like, you seem like you're open to like different like ethnic foods and like all that. Dude. Bro, I take you to a place called the Wo Hop.
The Wo Hop.
Wo Hop. It's in Chinatown. It's down Canal Street. It's fucked. It's wild. It's
I'll
like
try it, dude.
So the best Chinese places to go in. If anybody watching this, the best Chinese place to go in. Yeah, like in Queens and like different parts of the city, they have like there's people that live in like have basement apartments in the buildings. So it's like you see the staircase and go down. There's restaurants that are like in the basements of buildings, bro. You go into like
holy shit.
Sketchy basement restaurant.
Those are the best restaurants,
bro. Wo Hop, it's crazy good. It's so good.
All my favorite places back home are always like the shittiest area and the shittiest little quarter.
Yeah.
And they eventually always get shut down for either money laundering or bugs.
Yep.
But before they get shut down, it's the best food I've ever had.
It's the best food. You don't get food poisoning or nothing.
No.
Bugs are just part of it. It's organic cooking.
Yeah. Whatever. Here's the thing. Your cooking was so good that it attracted the bugs.
Yeah. If you ever had
if you don't have bugs in your place, your cooking's bad.
Yeah, you ever have
That's the real thing.
Atlas
bugs don't even want to eat that shit.
Atlas will have his own barbecue joint here one day, and there's just gonna be bugs everywhere.
Like, look, the bugs. It means the barbecue's good. They could have went to any other barbecue shop, but the bugs want to be here.
Dude, have you read Korean barbecue?
No.
Korean barbecue's
it's
dope.
Like sweet.
No,
I imagine.
It's not like sesame chicken or like the sweet and sour chicken, or it's just the way Koreans do barbecue. You go there and you sit around. It's like hibachi, but you kind of move the food around yourself. They just kind of throw the meat on there and then they move it around or whatever, and then you just pick off like a fillet or like you just pick it off with like the fucking chops. You just pull it right off the fucking griddle and just put it on your plate.
Damn, dude.
So good. I'm saying
that feels smart though. If I was a business owner, how do I get people to pay to cook?
Yeah, and there's someone comes over.
I would be upset having to grab my own stuff.
Dude, it's fucking delicious. That's what I'm saying.
It's delicious.
We'll do New York. We'll do New York. I want to do some fucking food stuff. I want to start going out and doing like food content here in town because I'm a foodie, and there's places like I want to start taking like redneck people, like southern like country folks, to like the New York stuff in town. Like take them to fucking Buca di Beppo, or take them to like Sal's or Salvo's, or like my Italian, like more of my New York stuff. And then I want to go with like another like northerner or someone like you that's not from the South, and I want to go to like a Meat and Three, or I want to go to Uncle Bud's. McElwain loves Uncle Bud's. Uncle Bud's.
I feel like I've heard Uncle Bud.
It's in Donaldson, bro. It's in your
neck
of the woods, bro. It's all you can eat for like, I think it's like $12 or $13 McElwain. It's nothing crazy. It's all you can eat catfish and chicken tenders, and they just, instead of like a bread bucket,
you can eat,
dude. And it's like fried. It's like a down home like. You got like the sassy black ladies that are like the servers. Like it's just, you just walk out of there and you just feel the grease, bro. Instead of a bread,
fuck with some chicken. Chicken here is so good.
Instead of a bread basket, bro, they bring out plates of hush puppies. With the fried cornbread, fried okra, mac and cheese, banana pudding, like all that good.
What's up with the banana pudding thing? I see it everywhere.
It's a southern
I see
thing,
it at
man.
like Italian restaurants. Like I'll go to like Little Caesars and I'll see banana pudding. Like it's so like
did you just call Little Caesars an Italian restaurant? God damn it, Atlas.
Here's the thing, I'm a simple basic man.
I know that's what I'm saying. I got to get you out to like some of the Little Caesars hot and ready's great, but it's not. Have you ever been to Fazoli's?
I love Little Caesars.
Yeah, I mean, I like it.
It's cheap.
Like if I'm high as fuck.
I was actually really sad because they no longer have $5 pizzas. They went up.
Oh, fucking inflation! God
They're like,
damn it,
inflation. I get it, but come on,
you can't change the hot and ready.
The $5 pizza.
I don't think
iconic, or like Dollar Tree. I'm seeing things for like $2. Like you gotta change the name.
I think I don't even think Subway's doing $5 footlongs anymore.
Oh no, it's like $11.
It's $11 for a Subway sub.
Yeah,
And
it's crazy.
You probably used to live off those going to Love's.
Dude, now it's Jimmy John's for me. I've been on a Jimmy John's kick.
You ever had Jersey Mike's?
I have.
I like Jersey. Well, I'm biased. New York, Jersey.
Yeah,
like Jersey Mike.
guy.
I
do like that they make it on the spot and I can see them cook the shit.
Jersey Mike's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
see, that's what a New York deli's like.
Jimmy John's has like the unwich, and I hate like lettuce typically, but the crunch is so satisfying.
You ever been to Bobby? I was going on the burgers now. We're touching all of our
let's
guilty
just talk about food, dude.
Let's talk about food. Fuck it.
Food is like the only thing. It's like number one on my list.
Let's go. Same here. You ever been to like one of the Bobby Flay burger places?
I'm not.
So if you go to, there was one up in Jersey that I used to go to when I was in college, but they take chips and just put them on the burgers, so all the burgers have the crunch. It's just fucking like potato chips. Like that was a cheat code for. That was like a cheat code for the barbecues growing up. Take a Lay's or like a Ruffles, one of them Ruffles chips.
Crunch it on top of it.
Put that on top of the burger, bro. Pizza Hut used to have those too. They had those at the salad bar, the little crunch, the little shredded chips.
Oh yeah.
They had those at Pizza Hut salad bar, bro. You ever been to Pizza Hut buffet?
Yeah, I've done it once.
Pizza Hut buffet.
I feel like it's only a southern thing. I never had them in Colorado.
We had them in New York. We had Pizza Hut. We had Pizza Hut and Domino's in New York, which you would think, what the fuck are Pizza Hut and Domino's doing in New York? But
yeah, you guys have so many. I feel like I'll say right out the gate, New York's food was insane.
Yeah, well, it's because you have every kind of culture.
And there's
there, bro.
There's 10 restaurants every 5 steps.
Dude,
there's just unlimited I would hate to be like a competitor. I would hate to open my business in New York because there's so much competition.
It's
tough,
then
outside of every restaurant is a hot dog stand.
Yeah,
I've never seen like people selling food outside of a restaurant and you get away with it.
and the people walk out of the restaurant and then get a hot dog too.
Yeah, $5 really crappy hot dog. The sauerkraut was good though.
Did you have breakfast when you were up there too? Did you get a bagel?
I think I didn't get a bagel though. I didn't know that was a thing. Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
I just thought it was like pizza.
No.
And the hot dog.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think there was like any other things.
Pizza, bagels, any kind of pasta, like any Italian cooking.
I went to an Italian restaurant and it was the worst I've ever had.
In New York?
Yeah,
What was it?
It was. I don't remember what the name was.
I hope it wasn't like Carmine's. I hope you didn't have a bad experience at like Carmine's. You wouldn't have been at the Pine because the Pine's in the Bronx.
It was so fancy. The wine was good, I guess. But I'm not really a wine guy.
I have a place by where I grew up called Di Maria's. And it's right next to a train track. My grandparents used to take me there because I like trains when I was a little baby. I mean, we all loved Thomas the Tank Engine when we were little kids. And we'd sit by the window and the train would go by or whatever. But they have like chicken parm, veal parm, shrimp parm, like Alfredo, all the fucking basically. It's a little tiny place though. Like it's not fancy. Like we can go in there. I can go in there dressed like this with the shorts, whatever. But I
walked into Keen's like that.
You walked into Cane's like that?
Keen's Steakhouse?
Like this?
Yeah, with like a Book of Mormon t-shirt, dude.
A Book of Mormon t-shirt? That's some Colorado South Park bullshit right there. Book of Mormon. I mean, that is a Broadway play. So yeah, Broadway play and fit in.
Yeah, I was just like, throw a t-shirt on. Everyone's looking at me they're all fancy.
Yeah.
And they have these like little like, they have these, what are those called? The pipes that you smoke out of. And they have famous people sign them.
Yep.
And I was like, hey, I got 2 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Can I sign one of those things? And he's like, you're not famous. And he just like looks at me. And I was like, he's like, and he was like, if I have to question who you are you famous? And I was like, that's a good point. He like put me in my place. I was like, can I get one of those? Because I wanted to get one for free.
Yeah.
I thought that maybe if I signed one. But
Jeez.
but then he was like, that's Leonardo DiCaprio, and I was like, oh,
That level.
that level.
It's that level.
I was like,
but yeah, Di Maria's this place that we used to go to like growing up. I've only finished a meal there maybe twice. Like the chicken parm like hangs off the plate. Like it's like chicken parmesan like this, bro.
Do they have like the pounds, like couple pounds of food?
No, we don't order it by the pound, but you just like a chicken parm entree like hangs off the plate. The pizza slice is like from like here. Like it's like a big, massive slice, like $3 for the slice. Like
we got to go there. That sounds amazing.
Di Maria's, that's my hometown, dude. We have Rockland Bakery. I got videos I gotta show you after this and shit. Like where you go in this bakery and you put on like didn't do well during COVID, but you put on this like rubber, you put on like these like the little plastic glove things, and you can go into like the factory part of the bakery. You're pulling the bread off the fucking conveyor belt, bro. Oh. The bagels are off the conveyor belt. And then, dude, you take the roll, like you get one of them big hero rolls, like sandwich rolls, and then you can go into the deli section, you pull the number, and then when they call your number, you hand them the roll, and you're like, I want an Italian combo. And you give them the piece of bread you just picked out, and they make the sandwich on the fresh bread that you just got. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. That's why I lost all this weight when I moved down here, bro. That's how I was living.
It's crazy to me because in Colorado, the food here is better than Colorado.
Yeah.
So, like, to think that there's a place better than here.
Oh, yeah.
Because the chicken here is
it just depends. Like, the food down here is great. And, like, the best seafood, dude, the fucking shrimp at the Grizzly Rose was really good. They fly in shrimp fresh. Shout out to the Grizzly Rose. We love going out there in Denver. They fly in the shrimp fresh, like, daily. And after the show, they have a big tray full of, like, fried chicken wings. And then a big bowl of shrimp on ice, like, peel and eat shrimp. They just give it to you when you play there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. It was fun.
I showed up to Chase Matthews as a special guest, but I didn't know there was shrimp.
Yeah, after the show,
told me.
You should have just chilled in the green room and just been like waiting. And then when they bring in the shrimp, you're like, "This is what I'm."
It's
here
after
for.
the show.
It's after post-show food. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They just put it in the green room. All you can eat.
I had a stupid music video in the morning. I had to leave.
So on tap for this year, we got more music coming. When's the next single coming?
Tomorrow. Drops tonight.
Drops tonight.
Yeah, midnight.
Which one's?
It's called Amnesia.
Amnesia. And then by the time this comes out, do you know the one after this one?
Yeah, Plank, March 24th.
Okay, yeah, Plank. So this episode will be coming out like the week the Plank comes out.
It's fucking good.
So we'll time that with that. So
fuck yeah,
dude. I'm super stoked just for you and like the story that like from where you come from and like how you've done this so organically and like you're you. You're fucking out, dude. No, I love it, man. It's
making me blush, bud.
I love it, man. I love it, dude. No, and you make me feel good. It's cool to hang out with artists that I listen to on a regular basis because like I'll tell my friend like, man, I love your song or whatever, but like I legitimately like
listen to my shit.
Oh yeah, dude, you're on repeat.
Love that.
Like if I just put on Spotify and it's shuffle, like you pop up. Like I'll go from listening to fucking like I'll have like a Limp Bizkit song or a fucking fucking Trey song. Oh, by the way, are you in town on March 12th?
No, I think I'm out of town. I think I'm touring.
You're touring because it's a Sunday.
I think I have a show, or I'm like,
or you're somewhere.
Or it's
on
the 11th. Somewhere.
Okay.
In like Houston or something.
Okay, so I was gonna say on the 12th we're doing Butt Rock Night at Live Oak. We have a house band and it's artists singing their favorite Nickelback, Creed, Limp Bizkit, Three Doors Down.
Oh, Three Doors Down, dude.
Like you just get up there and sing one song with a house band and then get off stage and just drink.
Love that shit.
So we're doing
Here without you, baby.
Oh, dude, don't tease me like that.
Still with me in my dreams.
I also want to get you on on another one of those writers' nights like we had done.
For the writers' round?
Yeah, another one of those writers' rounds. But I want to call it everything but country. And I want to do a round. This is my dream round for you because it's other buddies. It's other buddies that I've had on the podcast or just that I know that are in that I think you three would really vibe together. I'm gonna do you. I want to put Baby Jake on there. You know Baby Jake?
I don't.
I've been smoking cigarettes on patios.
I'll check him out.
Yeah, we'll check him out. He's a good dude. Another great hang. Lives in Nashville, not country, but just a good, really good hang, fun guy. And then Skis, who's another guy that he does a lot of touring with Mike.
I love the name.
Mike, dude. He's from Omaha, Nebraska, and he's just wears a wife beater, smokes his Marlboro Lights, curly hair, doesn't wear shoes. He only wears sandals. Only wears sandals.
Smart man.
He said he used to walk to school or wear sandals in the wintertime in Omaha, and he'd bring an extra pair of socks because he would just change his socks when he got to school.
I love it.
Dedication.
I love the dedication.
He got skis.
Also, he's probably so comfortable.
Yeah, dude, he got the name Skis because he dressed down. He used to dress down for like family events, and his cousin called him a skis ball, and that's how the name just
skis
stuck.
ball.
So he's just skis.
Skis, dude. I love it.
Like I want to have you play our event one time. When we do that, man, because I know you're busy and all of that shit, but I know you don't get to do a whole lot of those, and I love people finding out about you, man. Like I can't wait to see you fucking packing out theaters and fucking headlining festivals and shit, dude. Because it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, man. The shit's clearly working, and you're doing it your way. It's fucking exciting and fun, man. Killing it.
My God,
let's go.
Appreciate you.
Where can people go to find you on all the socials and shit?
Yeah, Atlus, Spotify, ATLUS.
ATLUS, not Atlas like the book.
No, ATLUS.
ATLUS.
Yeah, I think copyright stuff. I think there was another Atlas.
Makes sense.
Had to change a letter. Legal stuff.
Legal shit.
I mean, no, I planned it like that.
But y'all be sure to check out our boy Atlas. Amnesia is dropping tonight from when we're recording this, but coming out now, we're recording in the future here. He's got Plank coming out soon. A new single coming every 28 days. Who else in the music business fucking does that? Nobody. He's got tons of songs for you guys. He's gonna be going out on tour. Be sure to follow him on the socials. Check him out online. Big shout out to our sponsors, Whaletail Media, Saxman Studios, our boy Mitch Wallace with the digital marketing agency, and our friends at Pickle Jar. Use promo code ITR when signing up at Pickle Jar. Well, for Sweet Boy Behind the Camera, I'm Matt Burrill. If you like the episode, be sure to click that subscribe button. Tell your mama and them, and we will see you next time. This has been the In the Round Podcast.